What's going on? Welcome back to Real World Tool Reviews. Somebody left a comment the other day asking for me to go over all of the vintage Craftsman stuff that I found recently. And I thought, what a great idea. You guys have been giving me some really good ideas on these comments for videos, and it really helps me when y'all do that. So anytime that you guys have a suggestion, please leave it in the comments below. I'd really appreciate it. But man, I thought, why haven't I done this already? I got so many Craftsman tools. They're some of the more common things that you'll find when you're looking for vintage tools at like yard sales and stuff and estate sales. But it's because they were such good tools, and the USA made Craftsman, like, this isn't all of it. This is just, I'm just starting with the wrenches. But when you use these tools, like, there's just something about these wrenches, you know. It's just it kind of is just like a real good example of the way this country used to be. You know, these were never the nicest tool you could buy. They were not the nicest wrench. They were not, there was still Snap-on and Mac and there was a lot better tools you could buy. This was like kind of the lower end, but it's so much better than the lower end now. It was made in the USA. It was super, super high quality, super, super detailed craftsmanship for what it was, you know. Like, these, if you compare these to like what you could get at Harbor Freight now, that would be like kind of the DIY tool of today, these just blow it out of the water. And they're just great tools, and because they made so many of them, because they were kind of like what everybody bought, they're laying around everywhere, and you can oftentimes find them for really good prices. Some of them are real rare, and some of them are not, but I figured I'd just start with the wrenches. It's so fun to collect Craftsman wrenches because there's so many different kinds, and this is just what I found over the last several months. So one of my biggest scores was these metric double box end wrenches. I've got, it goes all the way from 6 and 8 millimeters, 7, 9, 10 and 11, 12 and 14, 13 and 15, 17 and 19. So basically a full set of metric box wrenches. And I use these all the time because, you know, most cars and stuff now are all metric. So I use these metric wrenches, like, they're some of my main used wrenches when I work on my cars. You know, they're awesome. This is and they're in great shape. I paid $10 for this set of wrenches. And I mean, whoever had them took really good care of them. They probably didn't use them very much. They are just beautiful V-Series metric wrenches. That was a huge score for me. I was so happy to get those. And then my most recent tool haul, I got these couple this 1-inch wrench. I needed a 1-inch wrench to go on the wrench roll, and we're going to have an update on the wrench roll soon. I'm excited about it. And this is the perfect to go in my 1-inch slot. And also I needed a 13/16. And this was a good one. So these are two good big wrenches I found the other day. Those big sizes, this is a really good big 1-inch, like a really good wrench that I was really happy to get. And then at the same tool haul, man, I got these. And look how beautiful these are, in such good shape. V-Series, they got the on and the off. They're ratcheting. Now these, I'm pretty sure these are rare. I have not seen these before. I really didn't even know these existed. Craftsman V-Series ratcheting wrenches. And they are not, you know, they're not the best ratcheting wrench I've ever used. I'm not gonna lie. They're pretty clunky. They're pretty big on this side. You know, like, I probably am not gonna use these that much because I have better ratcheting wrenches than these, but these were just really cool to add to the collection. I was thinking about selling them, if you remember me talking about that in that video, But really, I just can't do it. All I need is the 1/2 inch and the 9/16 out of this set, and I'll have basically a full set, well, and the 1/4 inch. So I basically need 3 wrenches, 1/4 inch, 1/2 inch, and 9/16 to take it, you know, basically from 1/4 inch to 3/4. Like, that's what a lot of standard wrench sizes are. So I just need a few more to complete this set, and I'm just gonna keep these because I love them. They're just awesome. Here's another set that I've pretty much got completed, the double open ends. These Craftsmans are laying around everywhere. Almost, I swear, just about every tool sale I go to, I find a 1/2 inch by 9/16 double box or double open end Craftsman wrench. They're lying around everywhere. I'm still looking for the 15/16 by 1 inch. I think that's the last one that I need to complete this. I'm sure there's a couple different. There was a lot of different variations of this set. There's a lot of different double open end wrenches, standard Craftsmans, but they're fun to get. I love them. And here's my small. These are like the standard length, the shorter kind of wrenches. These are my metric ones. I'm just missing. Let's see, I got 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm missing the 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and then maybe there's a 16 out there. I don't know if they even made a 16 in those sets, but so I need a 17 and a 19 because you don't really need 18, but 16, 17, 18, 19, and a 10, and then I'll have a complete metric set. And here's my same one with the standards. I don't really look too hard for the standard ones, but you know, this will be good to have my complete set of these, like these were the real kind of bare bones Craftsman raised panel wrenches, the shorter versions. They had like the longer, like more professional kind too. And then here's just a 7/8 by 3/4 double box end, kind of like these metrics. Someday I'll have a standard set too. Hadn't found those, but I'm looking for them. And I found these little midget wrenches, ignition wrenches or whatever. I've actually used these a couple times. I was thinking about selling these when I got them. I cleaned up this packaging and they're nice. Just little tiny wrenches. Good for when you need a little tiny wrench, which, believe it or not, I do sometimes. Here's a just a super gimmicky Craftsman, you know, little like everything wrench. Yeah, I wouldn't really use this on a whole lot, but it's just cool to add to the collection, you know. And then you got these little ratchets, real clunky old ratchets, but they're fun. I got this 1/4 inch one and this 3/8 one. A lot of times when you find these at estate sales, people who are doing these estate sales are like, oh, that's a Craftsman ratchet. Like, we're going to sell this for, you know, they'll put a price tag of $10 on it. It's like, I'm not paying $10 for this, but if I can get them for a, you know, throw in a tool haul for $1 or something, I'll grab them. I want a 1/2 inch one too, just so I can say I have a 1/4, 3/8, and 1/2 inch. These adjustable wrenches are really awesome when you can find them. I love these ones. They're super. I found this 6-inch one yesterday, and man, they're just super high quality. These were made by Western Forge, and they're just really good adjustable wrenches. So I got an 8-inch and a 6-inch of those that I found recently. So, you know, Craftsman wrenches are awesome. And then, oh, I really want to get some more of these double box ends, the shorter ones, because these actually come in handy, like short wrenches like this, little stubby wrenches. I've only got one of them, and then I really want to find more of these V-Series. I always forget what these are called, but the wrenches that have the socket on one end. I just love this one. I just think they're cool, you know. Like, I would probably never use these. I would just collect them. Like, I'm not going to use this kind of wrench really for anything. Like, I've got sockets and wrenches. I don't know why. I think this is kind of an old school kind of wrench, but still, you never know when something like that might just come in handy one time. And, you know, you can use it kind of like a driver too once you got it loose. So now I'm talking myself into maybe using them. But this is a cool wrench that I want to get a set of these, and I like how long it is too for a 3/8, you know, 3/8 size. That's a long wrench compared to like this Craftsman 3/8. So I'd like a set of these for sure. So let's make some room here because I got a lot more Craftsman tools. Now I have a lot of the old school Craftsman sockets, and I'm not gonna show you all those because that would just be boring. But sockets are a great thing to collect. I would suggest just getting the V series. They've got the G series and the E series too that were a little bit less, you know, lesser quality. I like to get the V series ones to collect, you know. But I will show you this socket set, which I cleaned up this package, or this case for it, so now it looks really nice, you know. Craftsman, it says Sears and Roebuck on the bottom. The little latch guy thing here still works perfect. Plastic, you know, but it still is pretty good. Made in USA right there. Just a little 12-point 1/4 inch set, and it's got this awesome little thumb wheel ratchet. This thing's awesome. I love this little 1/4 inch ratchet so much. It's just really, really cool. It's got the little quick release button here. It's in perfectly good shape. V series. Oop, didn't mean to shake the camera there. But man, this is just beautiful. And I got a couple little Craftsman extensions, V series 1/4 inch extensions. And I found yesterday a Craftsman V series spinner handle. So that's great to go in here with it. And I love a 1/4 inch socket set. And this is just a really, really nice little 1/4 inch Craftsman set. I paid $10 for, or actually I think it was $11 if I remember correctly, for this minus the spinner. It was that. And I cleaned up all these sockets and they're all in pretty much perfect shape. And this is just one of my favorite little sets. I keep it on my bench and use it all the time. I love that thing. And then I have found two different 1/2 inch breaker bars. I just haven't gotten around to it, but I'm going to sell one on eBay. One is a little bit bigger than the other one, but they have these detents. These are really, really nice breaker bars. I mean, really nice. This one had a little bit of pitting, but I cleaned it up. And, you know, I've run into two of these lately. I'm pretty sure these would be like a easy 20 bucks on eBay or something, but I mean, just, you know, this is such a nicer breaker bar than like if you went to Harbor Freight and got one, or like I saw the Chinese Craftsman that they sell in Lowe's now. They were selling a 15-inch breaker bar like this, a Craftsman one, for $30 in Lowe's, brand new one. And I was like, what the hell? I mean, I paid $1 a piece for these. Easy, like maybe less than $1 a piece when you take it, I think I got this one in a haul of tools where I paid $10 and got like a bunch of other stuff. It would have been $10 if I didn't put this in the pile, but I did, and I got this. So I couldn't believe that it was 30 bucks for a brand new Craftsman 15-inch breaker bar made in China. And I've got two of these made in USA, awesome ones. So how cool is that? And then I've got pliers here that I found. Now, I have had the opportunity to get a lot more Craftsman stuff than this. This is just, I always like to just pick the coolest stuff. So the Western Forge made pliers are some of my favorite things. I love these black handle kinds with the flush rivets. They're awesome. I love these pliers. I keep both of these sets in my carpentry bag. This is just a really great little pair. And then I found these other two recently. I found these yesterday, actually. These are Craftsman Western Forge, older style with the nut, but, you know, very similar to these as you can see, but they just don't have the black handle. They got these kind of nice little grips, and they're just nice pliers. I like them. And this pair of channel locks, I think this is made by Western Forge based on the part number, 4527. I think that's kind of a Western Forge part number, but I almost put these in that giveaway, but I just couldn't bring myself to, because I just love the way these feel. I can't get rid of them. I can't part with them. They have nice grips. These are really cool channel locks, and they're solid and smooth and well made. Like, this is just a really nice tool, and I just couldn't get rid of it. So now I've got my Craftsman like old school pliers without the grips, and my Craftsman's with the grips. And you know, this type of stuff, it's when you collect tools, that's the type of thing that just makes you happy, you know. And I actually don't have a lot of, and then the last pliers kind of is these. I just found these yesterday, Craftsman vice grips. I still need to clean these up, but man, these are really cool, really nice feeling vice grips. I don't know who made these, but they're really nice. Made in the USA, real heavy 10-inch vice grips. And then I've picked up just some little tools, like a little stubby. I just liked the look of this stubby. It was in good shape, so I got it. I love little tiny screwdrivers, and I just couldn't say no to these. Just threw it in a pile. I love little tiny flatheads. I'm a big fan. This is one that I bought a long time ago. This Craftsman bit holder has been with me ever since I've been using tools professionally anyway. I found these somewhere, or maybe bought them in a thrift store or something, but this has been one of my favorite tools. I've used it many times over the years. Great little bit holder screwdriver. And then this one I found yesterday, Craftsman Industrial Flathead. These black and gold screwdrivers, we had a set that said Craftsman Industrial in my house growing up, so I like those. And then here's another thing that I found that was in this old school like soap box or whatever. It's a cool little box that it was in. But these are Craftsman little wood carvers, little wood carving things, all different kinds of little carving. They're still sharp, and so these are going to be really great to have in the shop. I can't wait to use them on a project. I don't know if these are made in the USA or not. They don't say anywhere on it, but it seems like they're old enough to where they almost would have to be. Oh, and then the last thing, you can always find Craftsman old power tools. And I just thought this would be a fun jigsaw to have in the shop. I just love the way that looks on the front of it. This is just a real vintage, classic looking saber saw is what they called them. But made in the USA. When was the last time you picked up a power tool that was made in the USA and didn't say with global materials next to it, you know? And I've used it a couple times. It actually works really well. So that is all of my Craftsman tool finds from the last several months. And I would say that I probably paid a total, I don't know, let's see, that's 10, 20, paid like $2 for this. 40, I'm gonna call it $45 is probably the total that I paid for all of this Craftsman stuff. And much of this I actually use on a regular basis. Great wrenches and stuff that they make that I use working on my cars, and a lot of these pliers I use all the time, keep in my main tool bags and use all the time. So anyway, man, Craftsman, old school Craftsman is just a thing to preserve and behold and remember the good times of the way this country used to be when we had made in the USA quality stuff, not just tools, but many other things that we used to make. Hopefully we can get back to that someday. But that's all my Craftsman tool finds. Thank you to the person that suggested this video topic. It's been fun just to go through these tools and think about Craftsman. But if you guys want me to do any other brands, or just look for different stuff at the estate sales and yard sales or whatever, just let me know. I really enjoy getting suggestions from you guys. So anyway, thanks for watching.